Hey everyone, Beyond the Bottom Shelf is a podcast in which we delve into books that explore sensitive and controversial topics such as sexual violence, bestiality, and body horror. We analyze this material with an irreverent air. If you do stick around, we hope you enjoy the show.
Welcome to Beyond the Bottom Shelf. I'm Jules.
And I'm Ash.
And this is the podcast that delves into books that have been relegated to the bottom shelf. The daring, campy, transgressive, the unapologetically sleazy and tasteless. We read it all, and we savor it.
Find out which works of fiction we deem eligible to stay on the bottom shelf and which ones transcend into an honored rank of their own. We call this place Beyond the Bottom Shelf.
Okay, let's do this. Can you smell the alcohol?
It's very potent. In that little mason jar. It looks like a moonshine because you're drinking it from a miniature mason jar. And then you're sitting so low in your chair.
It's really weird. I'm not used to it.
Jules, I didn't like the way you just patted my head like I was a little kid.
Actually, it's kind of a theme for our episode.
Oh, okay. I guess I'll understand that
emasculation?
reference in a little bit. Excellent.
Right. There's been a little bit of foreshadowing by accident.
Okay, cool. You want to get into the episode now, or do you want to like banter on for about 20 minutes?
Well,
we got to talk a little bit. What's going on in our lives?
I have no idea. We should probably have done some pre-planning here. I don't know what to talk about.
We could talk about, we watched Ginger Snap.
Oh, yes. We had another movie night and we watched, we did the random selection, but it was a marathon. Well, not marathon. It was a double feature.
Yeah.
So that was fun. We did the selection and we chose Ginger Snap. And I forgot how good that movie was. Me and Jacob had watched it before and Ash really liked it.
Yeah. It's actually a really good movie.
Yeah, it's strangely better on the second viewing.
You know what surprised me? It surprised me. That was a nice sound. That's a really nice sound.
So nice.
Hold on.
ASMR. Yeah.
Hold on, everybody.
Ooh.
You like that sound?
It has like little tingles.
Nice.
Tingles going down there.
So you like ASMR is what you're saying. Did you
I do.
discover this?
Yeah.
You actually listen to ASMR?
I went through a phase where I tried to, but it only like once did it actually give me like tingles on my arms.
Gotcha. Do you like the ones where it's like a fake boyfriend talking to you, or
no.
But boyfriend rescues you when you've stranded?
We had a friend
or changes
that
your
liked
tire
that.
for you.
Who?
You know what I'm talking about?
You're right.
You do? You like those?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. But we were talking about we knew a friend that liked that. But
like the weird ones. Oh, like the ASMR in general.
the boyfriend thing.
Is it you?
No, it's not me.
Is it Ash?
No.
You were acting like it was someone in the room with us or something, like you were waving it off. Like I brought up an uncomfortable subject at Thanksgiving dinner kind of thing.
The person that liked it, it's like more ironically. I think they were kind of did it in a funny way, how she did it.
It's one of those things where you go, like, I don't really like this, but it's kind of funny. But you like, secretly really like it. Because they're trying to softly introduce you to the concept
girls
that they like it.
More audio versus the visual. I think overall men in general are more into the visual porn, but girls can, like, the sounds can be more evocative.
I think everybody likes both.
Maybe.
Okay. Don't be painting with a broad brush. We don't do that on this show.
But ginger snaps.
That was the standout. I didn't really like the Tales from the whatever.
Dark Side.
Tales from the Dark Side. It's an anthology film, and I like those in general, and I like the format. But yeah, that one was actually pretty. It's about as mediocre as it gets when it comes to one of those.
Yeah, there was especially that first one with the funny looking guy.
Steve Buscemi.
Yeah, the first segment's not good, and it's based on a Arthur Conan Doyle story, which is the writer of Sherlock Holmes, and it kind of felt like it. But yeah,
there was
I wasn't feeling
no
it.
tension.
There was no, it didn't pull you in at all.
The cat
And-
one, though, where Randall was
like the
a
cat one.
raccoon.
That one wasn't great either. It just had like a really great climax,
Ooh.
and some cool prosthetic effects and stuff.
Hitman
And,
hired to kill cat.
Yeah, and that's based on a pretty famous Stephen King
But
story.
how can you really
I
make
think
that
Did
scary?
we not bring this up the other day?
No.
No.
We talked
on the
During
Raccoon
Raccoon, we
episode.
did mention this story in particular.
Yeah, we
Because of the
did.
burrowing into the body
Yeah.
part. And,
Yeah.
ooh.
But then the third story I kind of thought was solid. I didn't hate it, even though it was super predictable.
Wait, shit, what happened in the third story?
The gargoyle story.
I fell asleep.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ash was snoozing.
Yeah, I kind of like the concept there. It's pretty solid and decently well executed.
I mean, Jacob still does the predicting the ending.
yeah.
But I predicted they were going to turn into gargoyle children, and they did.
Yeah, you were right about that.
Spoilers.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, because I wasn't ready for that. I just knew. Well, the thing was, the twist there that was predictable because without it, the story was just absolutely ridiculous. Like, it was really stupid and contrived until the twist. The twist explained the contrived stuff. So for it
contrived
to be
stuff, how
true,
they
it made
met,
it
how they
better.
ran
But at the same
into
time,
each
it became more predictable as a result.
Yeah.
So, anyways, yeah.
But my question was, how can you make a story about a cat really scary? Like, I feel like it's just like a goofy
It's
thing.
so silly.
I think
it would be
it's
hard to make
It's a
that.
little camp. I think the whole thing is like ironic and kind of funny. It's like the seasoned, grizzled hitman takes on his toughest challenge yet, a cute kitty cat. I think that's the concept.
Was Stephen King wrote that? It was a short
But
story.
then you also kind of twist it back on its head by making the way it disposes of him very like visceral and wild. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Splatterpunk.
kind of interesting. Yeah.
No, I need prosthetic stuff. I'm like, I know that Raccoon, Gary Lee Vincent, they won't be able to make that part look that cool. But I'm still curious how they're going to do it in their own.
I know, right? I'm so curious. But just to go back to Ginger Snaps, I was so shocked by how much I liked it. And honestly, I feel like Jennifer's Body kind of ripped it off, no?
I haven't seen Jennifer's Body.
You've never
Is it-
seen it?
Either.
Is it kind of got the same sort of style and
It's
sass?
the same.
And-
Okay, obviously it's not the exact same, but it's really similar in terms of that feminist edge and then
Yeah.
the kind of dark sense of humor, especially in terms of high school. I feel like it kind of got ripped off, in my opinion.
Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it was a big influence, but I haven't seen it. I just know Diablo Cody,
Oh, wait, I can see why it seems kind of similar. Wait,
which I remember being a name I would hear a lot because the writer, what else did she write? Was it
Karen? Wait, who?
no, Diablo Cody. What was the other? Was it Juno?
Yeah, do you know? Yeah, do you
That's
know?
how she became a
Oh,
big name.
it's a girl.
Yeah.
But Ginger Snaps director was a man, right?
Yes.
Yeah, but it was a female.
And the director of Juno is also a man.
Wait, this movie I remember I thought was actually really good. Young adult with Charlie.
Is this Diablo Cody joint?
Is it? How do you see it? Yeah. Okay, maybe.
There you go. Cool. Maybe we should do a Diablo Cody marathon.
I've never seen Jennifer's
respect.
Body.
You guys never seen it?
Do you like it?
I did like it. I
But
think
now you
it's-
don't like it as much after watching this movie?
Yeah, it's kind of weird. It's now I'm like, did they rip them? Because Ginger Snaps was before Jennifer's Body.
Yeah, 2000 is when.
Yeah.
Is there
10 years
two?
before.
Is it focused on two girl leads like that, like sisters, or is it?
Kind of.
Oh, that's interesting.
It does have two female leads, but they're not sisters though.
Gotcha.
In Jennifer's Body. But I don't know. I just like Ginger Snaps because I also liked the chemistry between them because it kind of blew my mind because the whole time I was watching, I was like, I know those girls. I've seen them before. And they
Yeah.
were from another Cinderella story. I don't know if you guys ever seen it, but it was a Selena Gomez movie back in the 2000s. And literally, I was like, I knew it. And they played the ugly stepsisters in that movie.
Yeah, when
Wow.
you told me that, I was like, that's pretty interesting.
And I was like, they had to have done that on purpose.
Yeah, because they knew they had good sibling chemistry, maybe. But yeah, I like that movie a lot. It's got a cool 90s vibe
Yeah.
and style, even though it was technically released in 2000. But it's also got a cool indie film aesthetic as well, kind of like a nice hybrid of the two.
But you said the
90s
second
horror
one
and-
is not that good.
The second one's super mixed reviews I've been reading about it. Some people really like it and they think it's super, super dark and depressing and cool.
Interesting.
But some people think it like betrays the first movie with the character because it's about the surviving sister. I guess I just spoiled the movie. Going to like a mental hospital. But sounds interesting. We should watch it together.
I want to watch it.
And then we'll give our take on this podcast in a few weeks.
But there's only two. There's only two Ginger Snaps.
There's three.
Three. Okay.
Third one's like a
different
I
director.
understand is a prequel, but they still cast the same two to play like ancestors or something.
That's cool. That's cool.
I think that's what it is.
Interesting.
Anyways, let's talk about this book.
So this week we read Unhinged. I was definitely waiting for the explosion.
That was horrible.
We read Unhinged by Vera Valentine, which I believe is a pen name. But unlike other erotica authors, this is like super short, 70 pages. She got into writing in like 2021, but she has like a lot of books and she knows how to self-promote on Instagram and stuff. But unlike the other ones, she actually has a picture in the back of the book, and it's actually just a normal woman, not an AI generated or stock photo, which I appreciated. Yeah, right when you open the book, the first thing we noticed is that she is super like anti-AI. Like this is what her disclaimer was.
Like extremely.
This story was created from 100% human ingenuity and probably more than a little mental illness. In other words, no AI was used in the creation of this book or cover art.
Wow.
And I think she goes on like a there's more to it, but
I have a theory. Is there a lot of this like erotica / straight to Kindle ebook stuff there's probably a lot of it that
is AI generated.
AI generated, and they generate some shitty art, and then they throw it on there and try to make a few bucks off of a few downloads. I'm sure that's like a epidemic in this. I'm just guessing. I could see that being the case, but I don't know this.
No, I definitely feel like it is. Even like
so, I could see why she would feel the need to state it here if that's something that happens in this community a lot.
And she might, yeah, and I bet like some people have accused like.
Yeah, maybe so.
Which made me hyper aware of when I was reading it of like being on the lookout for like AI feel. But like I don't even know if like sometimes I think is the Shrek one, was it AI parts of it?
Yeah.
But I could definitely see that happening. So I do think she's like a very authentic, genuine person. Like I went on her Instagram, talked about how she was like a copywriter for 15 years. Which made me think of like Soren Narnia because he's also like a copywriter, but she didn't really get like she was writing product descriptions and all this stuff more like technical writing, and then she finally like kind of like dived into writing in 2021. And I think it's cool that she's like finding all this like success and stuff. But she calls herself an unapologetic book huffer and devourer of stories. She has carried on a torrid love affair with the written word for nearly all of her 40 years, grown in the Diner Latin wilds of the New Jersey Pine Barrens, and transplanted to North Carolina. She lives with her husband, 8 cats, and 2 dogs, most of whom are house trained. So we love some humorous tone to your bio. And her genre, I guess this is like the last thing I'm going to say. She calls herself a fan of paranormal why choose romance genre. And I had to look up the why choose romance genre, and it's like polyamorous relationships. Like, well, I guess like why choose one person. But the thing is, I didn't get like a sense of polyamory in this story at all, but like she's into paranormal erotica.
Yeah, definitely paranormal.
But she's just speaking to this idea of the typical maybe love triangle scenario that pops up in this stuff, that it's like, why have the question of the story be this person or that person?
Oh, is that where the why choose comes from?
Maybe that's
why can't I have both?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, that makes more sense, because I was like, what the heck does this why choose mean? And I know
Is it cool the way I'm holding this mic on my lap?
It seems more comfortable than having to lean closer.
But it probably looks bad.
Oh, what happened to the one stand one would probably be helpful to arm.
Yeah, I need to do that. We just need to have a better setup and not be around our kitchen table.
But
or it's not even a kitchen table; it's the island.
We don't have a kitchen table.
Would be comfortable. This isn't an island with a cabinet under, so there's no place to put your legs.
I mean, we could sit on the floor around our $75 coffee table that we got on auction.
That we bought that sucks.
We could sit there.
Aww.
Yeah.
I can't sit crisscross. Is that low to the ground?
Yeah.
Ashley's a woman of comfort.
I am.
Ash, you don't have to do that. You can stay where you are. Okay. You seem very comfortable in your position.
We're not gonna do that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's all about her. She's written more than a dozen books full of spicy romance angst and dry humor. I don't know. I think it's cool. Every time I see these writers like actually show their face and have like an Instagram, it makes me want to like self-publish something. Like it's because they seem so happy, and like it's cool that she. I don't know. I don't know if she's replaced her job with this, but this book has a lot of reviews on Goodreads, like 1,000.
Yeah, this book is a lot.
Yeah, it was written in like a year ago, 2023, almost a year ago. But
Good for her. Shout out.
right.
All right. Unhinged, written by Vera Valentine? Okay. Is a first-person erotica story that is told from the perspective of a door. So literally POV of the door. Okay, but this is the door at an apartment complex. But this is not just your average door, but it's a door with feelings.
Oh, wow.
A sentient door. So this door has been stationary there for years and has had multiple tenants come through that have been, treating it terribly. But Tana, the new one, well, she's different.
Okay, can I ask a bunch of questions?
Yeah.
What era is this taking place? Is this modern?
Modern.
Yeah, I guess.
Okay, so this door's been in like an old house, I'm assuming?
No, it's in an apartment complex.
Apartment complex.
So how long is it? Like I said, multiple tenants and people like slam it and stuff?
Yeah, people are not treating it
bros and
nicely.
stuff.
It kind of
Yeah, frat
describes
boys.
like some like toxic male punching a door.
Yes,
kind of
exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
I haven't read this, everybody. I can just see that being the joke.
But yeah, that's what it is.
Okay.
But Tana actually gives the door a nice welcome mat, and she's really gentle with the door when she opens and closes.
Gotcha. That's cool. Hold on. Let's back up. So I'm assuming there's going to be some backstory to the door.
Yes.
And how it got here.
Yeah.
I guess my question would become, why would an apartment complex not just in mass order 50 doors on like a
Why is this
pallet?
one special?
Why did this one get brought in from like a... Where did it
That
get
is a good
sourced
question.
from that it could have a interesting origin story and then end up in an apartment
I
complex?
don't think
That
the
makes no fucking
backstory is
sense at
going
all.
to fulfill that question. It's not going to answer that
No,
So
question.
they
it's
don't
not.
answer that question?
No.
Okay.
No.
I wouldn't say so.
It's a chosen
All right,
one
I'm sorry, I
door,
didn't
if
mean to
you
interrupt.
will.
Okay. No, I understand that. but I
Got
just
mixed
don't-
in with the mass
doesn't
of
make sense.
cheap
It would make
doors.
more sense for it to exist as the entry door for, let's say, an
manor
old
or
Victorian manor, and then
Yeah.
this Victorian manor has been sectioned off and turned into a series of apartments. You know what I mean? And then like a college or something.
Oh, I can see that.
Yeah. Just rewrite the book real quick. Okay.
Okay. But also, the door just can't seem to get enough of like her touches or sensations, like the smell of her perfume or like the way she like caresses the knob. Okay. Quote, "It might have been the first time she laid her soft fingertips on the cool brass of my knob. The day she
Wow.
toured the apartment, I faithfully guarded. I watched, fascinated by the play of light against her cheek, as she signed the papers on the chipped formica counter of the tiny kitchen just beyond my threshold."
Formica.
Formica, sorry.
He's fucking with you. He said
I
it
mean,
right.
you were pretty close.
No.
It was barely. Anyways, sorry.
What?
Keep reading.
Formica, right?
No, it's
not.
Formica.
Really?
No, that is
Wait,
how you say
Ashley,
it. Look it up.
Formica?
Look it up.
Ashley literally asked me how to say it earlier, and I
I
said
did.
Formica. It's Formica? I've never heard it said like that.
I know.
Formica.
Sorry, guys.
It's Formica? No! So I've been reading books this whole time, and I've actually...
I work in the construction industry. Okay.
Oh my God, Ash, I'm so sorry. I told you how to pronounce it, and I told you wrong. That was...
Yeah.
okay.
She was like, this time, this episode, I'm not going to mispronounce anything. She walked right
Formica.
into it. You let her right
Formica.
into this fucking
You
trap.
just, yeah. Okay, I'll say it again. Should I read the whole thing again? Okay.
Yes, just
It
start
might have-
over.
It might have been the first time she laid her soft fingertips on the cool brass of my knob. The day she first toured the apartment, I faithfully guarded. I watched, fascinated by the play of light against her cheek, as she signed the papers on the chipped formica counter of the tiny kitchen just beyond my threshold.
Wow.
Okay, so these attributes all just
You know what
contribute-
Formica is? You know those you know when it's not marble or granite? Not marble, Jesus. Granite. It's like that like cheaper countertop that you would see in like an apartment or a dorm.
Which makes sense, yeah.
That's
Yeah.
Formica.
Oh.
yeah, I think that's what I thought it was. Like,
Is there pictures, Jules?
yeah.
Because this is a very important detail. Okay.
It's like
Yeah.
the stuff you put on top. It's like a peeling thing.
Is it the stuff that's kind of like, and I'm a little ignorant, but it's the stuff that will kind of start to peel sometimes at the corners?
Yes, that's
Yeah,
what
strip away. Yeah.
We have that at my parents'
Yeah.
house, Formica.
Yeah. Okay, anyways, back to this riveting book review.
So all of these attributes contribute to the door's undying love for Tana. As time and also the caresses of his knob goes on, its desires intensifies. The door feels a calling that it needs to protect Tana at all costs. The reason for this is that Tana's superintendent, Randy, is a major creep. The door even saw an incident where Randy, who appeared to be heavily intoxicated very late at night, had pulled a girl who eerily looked like Tana into the woods.
Wow. Mm-hmm. Okay.
So Randy likes to swing by way too often to check on things at Tana's apartment. Randy likes to make her get certain papers, tools, which gives him an excuse to see her bend over.
Okay, so he potentially assaulted someone. That's what the implication was there.
Yes.
Okay. That looked like her.
Yeah.
So he's that into her that he's committing crimes just because.
Well, I don't think it's because she looks just like her.
Just anyone.
But why was that detail there then?
Yeah, that was a detail that was in it that she looked very close to.
And she looked kind of like her. I guess because
She's relating to this other person. Maybe.
That would be me like spoiling. I don't.
Okay, got it. Sorry.
Just know that he's creepy.
I'll come up to it. Okay. The door hates him and wants to do harm, but also it doesn't want to reveal its identity. All right. Can the door truly protect his new love from Randy? How the hell can this door possibly have a consciousness? This all begs the question if the stars are aligned for Doorman and Tana to have a future together as lovers. And also, what the fuck? How are they going to possibly have sex?
That's why you don't need to ask that question. That's so fucking obvious. I haven't read
erotica.
this. You keep talking about the big old knob.
Yeah, but how can you put that in? It makes no sense.
All right, we're about to get to it. We're going to hear all the juicy details.
Yeah, buckle up, guys. All right.
And people put all kinds of things in vaginas, by the way, and assholes. And
okay,
stuff.
when they're longer and narrow, not a very
people
circle.
put
Mason
whole
jars
fists
in
and
there.
heads
No.
in there. Okay,
The
sorry.
fisting,
Let's
yeah,
continue.
compared to fists, like people are into fisting.
A fist makes more sense than an actual like inanimate object.
You're like, I'm cool with the fist. All right, sorry, go ahead.
Okay, so it's the next day, and the door feels a firm knock at the door. Tana sees a police officer at her door through the peephole. What happens is the police officer comes to her door and is asking her if she's seen this girl. Call back to my synopsis about the girl who was in the woods.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so the police officer is asking her if she's seen her, and Tana's like, no, I haven't seen her. You know, I only just moved here 6 months ago. I have no idea. So Tana does feel bad and doesn't really like this real life true crime situation, and she hopes she's okay. So the door overhears that the police is going to bring out the canines to go and search the woods. All right, so I'll read this one. Inside the apartment, the gentle clunk of a plate on Tana's coffee table signaled the beginning of her Saturday ritual. Waffles drenched in syrup and a loud action movie. I settled my perception there to watch with her, deeply troubled. I knew from the shows Tana watched that canines often meant bodies. I also knew from another show that bad men like Randall often got worse if they were close to being discovered. My Tana was in danger, and even as sturdy as I was, I'd never felt more helpless.
That sounds like
that was inappropriate.
That sounds like an ideal person to hang out with on a Saturday. They eat waffles and want to watch action movies.
Yeah, no, I actually like that little detail there. Did it
I did
describe
too.
anything about the particulars of the action movie, or just say action movie?
Just said action
no,
movie.
it
That's a
didn't
missed
go.
opportunity for sure.
I just want to clarify one thing about the geography. So it took me some time to realize this. I think it's the type of an apartment where the doors open on a breezeway, like a
Yeah, I was
it's like a
confused
hotel
too.
like that. Because if he's able to see like through the woods, so it's like more of those like cheap motel
I
apartments.
think that's
Yeah,
what it
because
is.
otherwise, often apartments open up into like a deck, but it's usually looking across at another apartment door as opposed to out towards a parking lot or the road or the
and the fact
woods
that the
or whatever.
superintendent or super
There's also like a vestibule. That's
Yes.
what they talk about too.
I just wanted to clarify because it took me a while to get that.
Yeah, okay.
So, chapter 3. The door hears... Okay, so after that whole ordeal, the door is really, like, worried about Tana and, you know, believes that she's in danger. So
Let me say this real quick. I do like the idea that it's learning about how the world works through watching her watch TV and stuff. I think it's kind of interesting.
I That was one detail I didn't like because I thought it was
didn't
like
like it?
I was like, he has this very articulate door and this like thing, and he knows canines mean bodies, but like, how does he know this other stuff? Like, there was just an inconsistency.
There's some discrepancies.
Is there stuff that he knows about the world that's the result of his previous existence? Because I'm assuming this is some sort of...
I don't know if it gets into that,
but it doesn't really mention.
This person has some sort of history or something, or this entity.
Ash brings up some...
And new information about the modern world it would learn through the TV and stuff.
I don't know. I don't think it's that in depth about that. Because there's one part where Ash was like, how would he know that about this, the thing with
Okay, well, we'll get to that, I guess.
Okay, so chapter 3. The door hears a knock, and it has nicotine-stained knuckles and booze-tainted breath. Who is it? It's Randall.
It's our boy Randy. We know that.
Randy.
Yeah, so he's like, Tana, hey, Tana, it's Randall, honey. I know you're home. I saw your car in your parking space. Hey, did the cops talk to you today? I don't know why I said it with a southern accent.
Why would you say that like that?
Okay, Tana is very visibly annoyed by his presence. So the door said, she pulled a rope around herself, covering the delightfully braless tank top and sleep shorts she was still dressed in. If it wasn't for the unwanted visitor at my front, I'd think it was a terrible waste to cover up her beauty, considering who come to call. However, I wondered if additional layers would have been a better choice.
Okay.
Because he's like, I don't want my Randy looking at my girl.
Yeah.
So Tana opens the door, but she keeps it kind of half open, like the door. And the door is like, in his conscience, he's like, good girl. Keep it half open. He didn't say good girl, but
I was say,
is the door capable of like moving and slamming in such a way that it like breaks the guy's nose
he
or
says
something?
at one point that he's like, he wishes he would have slammed on his hinges.
Yeah.
So,
Gotcha.
And I'm like, use that power.
I know, but he doesn't really like use it. I guess he's like scared to.
I feel like when something has a high concept like this, like a door is the character, and it's, some thing, that entity that's become a door, whatever the fuck the backstory is going to be for this, that you should explore to the full extent all the possibilities.
The rules and stuff.
And the rules, yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
But it's only 70 pages, so.
Okay, no time for all that.
But I agree. I wanted some more of that. I was like, ooh, you should do be slamming on fingers and stuff.
I know. It's a lot of talk, but no action.
This is an erotica story, though, right? Not an extreme horror splatterpunk story, so you guys need to chill, okay?
Yeah, you're right.
So Randy is basically like, yeah, what did the cops say, remember? And then Tana was like, oh, they came by, but I didn't tell them anything, really. I mean, I just said I didn't know. And then, the door is obviously like, yeah, don't give him anything. Like, this is his inner consciousness that we're doing. Okay. So I'll read this one. But right now, Randall was looking at Tana too hard, a beat too long, sizing her up like a meal rather than a tenant. And then he said, Randy, that's all for now, honey. Just trying to keep an eye on the complex, I hate to think that there is a dangerous man out there that would hurt one of my favorite tenants. He winked salaciously as he straightened, patting my door frame with a firm, possessive palm as he left. And then there's that one part where he's like, I strained at my hinges, wishing I could fly out in the wrong direction and break the man's nose.
See?
That's the part.
All right.
It came earlier than I expected then.
Yeah. But he says he's going to do it, but then he doesn't. That's the thing.
Maybe she forgot to do it.
Maybe.
Yeah, he just forgot, dude.
Okay, so chapter 4. Hours later, Tana, thou in bed, but there's like a really like roaring lightning sound outside, and it's very unsettling, especially after that whole ordeal with Randy. Then suddenly, the door sees something. Quote, as the Wayne, W-A-N, Wayne?
I think Wayne.
Yeah, as the wan sodium yellow of the ancient floodlights winked out in a power outage, a strangely dressed man entered the hallway from the darkness, his silhouette impressively tall and broad. Draped in white swaths of robes, he wore a golden circlet on his ceased brow, and his odd garments parted at his shins to reveal a pair of leather sandals. Somehow, not a drop of rain had married his...
It's like a Greek god or something.
Yeah.
Sorry. Keep reading.
His clothes, silver shot hair and beard, or deeply tanned skin. The only illumination in the dark corridor came from the man himself, glowing from within like a firefly.
This reminded me of the Harry, like when Hagrid came.
Yes!
What?
Oh my God! Yes!
I didn't expect you to agree with that.
I didn't either.
I totally
and peeked out the audio.
Sorry, guys.
No, that's good. I thought for a second it might be our boy Randy sneaking up.
That's
What if he figured out the history of the door and then was like, I could dress up like a Greek, like a caricature
That's
of
a
a
plot
Greek
twist.
god.
That's like a bitch in the box plot
The
twist.
circlet on my head and try to get in the door.
So the man, obviously it's Zeus, came to the door and says that a woman named Hera sent him to the door. So at first, Zeus is bitching about her because, okay, backstory. If you don't know who she is, she's the goddess of childbirth, family, marriage, and childbirth. And according to mythology, she's the wife of Zeus. And she's quite a jealous girl, and she would make other women's lives a living hell, like the women that Zeus would, hook up with, and she would try to kill off his illegitimate children.
Because he was a big womanizer, Zeus?
Yeah, he's a big
Just
womanizer.
let him do his thing, man.
I know, right?
Why you gotta stand in the way of that shit? Try to kill kids and stuff. I gotta. If you've ever seen Hercules, the Kevin Sorbo series, did you guys grow up watching that? Mm-mm. Hera was like the main antagonist in that show.
Oh, really?
Because Hercules is the son of Zeus.
Oh,
is that true?
Is he illegitimate? He's a half god. He's a demigod.
Right. And then so Hera was like the big antagonist of that series. It was constantly trying to thwart his actions. Kevin Sorbo is like a psycho Christian guy now.
Hercules' mother is Alcmene, a mortal princess. Okay, so
Yeah.
I didn't know there was a Hercules show. Okay, interesting.
It sometimes crossed over with Xena. You heard of Xena, right?
Yeah, I don't know what she's
You guys, God, you guys got so much to learn about.
Jacob, I'm not into Greek mythology.
You're also not into 90s bad TV.
Oh, wait, belonging to Zeus. Xenia? Is that where xenophobia comes from? Just kidding.
No, it's a Xena, warrior princess. It's a show that also aired about the time that, yes, there we go.
I wasn't born in 1995, so.
And she kind of had like a on-again, off-again thing with Hercules, if I recall. Look up Xena Hercules crossover. Make sure I'm not like fucking remembering like a dream I had or something. I think this did happen in the series.
Yeah.
Crossover.
There is.
Okay, good.
All right.
So, our girl Valentine's.
You guys don't know about Xena for real? She would like throw a circular blade like a boomerang and fucking kill people with it.
No, I don't know.
Come back to her hand and she'd catch it. And she would also do like this war cry thing. Okay, there you go. Sorry to interrupt the show for that.
That's interesting. Okay, so our girl Valentine is bringing some mythology to this story. But anyway, Zeus comes in hot because he's mad about her. He's all like, so Hera has told me I must make some amends for my affairs. Personally, I think she's being oversensitive, but women, right? You fuck one girl as a weather event or a bird or her own husband, and all of a sudden you're the bad guy.
Yeah. Zeus gets it, bro.
Stop. Okay, so the man basically comes up to him at the door and says, I am going to give you a chance to convince your lady love to set you free. And the door guy is very confused. He's like, what? Set me free? What are you talking about? The man, or Zeus, we just call him Zeus, proceeds to tell him that the door is made of solid oak, that one from his sacred trees. So an acorn from one of his grove came across the ocean and traveled and grew up to be a very strong oak.
Okay. At this point, are we not supposed to know it's Zeus?
No, wait.
Because you keep mistakenly calling him Zeus and going, oh, the man.
Well, because
so
it doesn't say. At this point in the story,
you shouldn't know. Or it's kind of like.
Well, I don't think it's like that.
Okay.
I think it's supposed to be ambiguous or something.
Yeah, no, I get it.
But I don't think it's a big plot point that it's Zeus.
It's not, yeah.
So it doesn't go later like, oh, by the way, that was Zeus. You should be surprised now.
No, I don't think so.
Okay, got it.
Okay, so basically he tells him, well, congratulations, you are a half dryad, my boy. He tells the story about how the door came into existence. He said, and well, there's a pretty decent chance you may be, my son of sorts.
See, so he had sex with a tree.
Yeah.
I hear this quote.
So, see, a lot of things happened in that grove, and there was this perfectly positioned knothole on this really sexy tree, and the mead was flowing freely. He gestured in a rolling circle with his hands. You get the point. Anyway, tonight, by Hera's grace, you can enter your girl's dreams. You'll need to make your case and convince her to do what I did with that knothole. But you have to go into... So Hera's going to allow him to go into Tana's dreams.
Okay.
And
so that he can deliver that message. Like, we got to have sex.
So he's the son of Zeus. Zeus had sex with a tree. Mm-hmm. Acorn comes down, grows into a tree, gets turned into a door, gets put in an apartment complex somehow, which it doesn't explain that silliness. Because apartment complexes would buy the cheapest, shittiest doors possible, not like nice, sourced from a beautiful oak tree doors.
Yeah.
It would be like some panel, like particle board bullshit. But anyways, so now it just seems like I just don't understand why Zeus would come down for this. It just seems such a small, you know what I mean?
Because was Hera the one that
Is there
cursed
some
him to live as a door?
cosmic significance to anything that's happening here?
Maybe he just feels like this guilt of having his dryad son trapped as a door.
Okay, got it. I mean, maybe.
It's not really explained. It's
Okay.
it is awkward. It kind of feels like.
But he unlocks a power for him to be able to go.
Yes, Hera
into
actually.
Yeah.
So he's been sitting there as his door for like millennia.
But he had no
and then
concept of
he goes, by the way, bro, you can go in dreams and stuff.
Yes.
And then he can do it now.
Yeah, because now Hera's granting him that power.
Okay, cool.
Okay,
I don't know why. But.
Before Zeus goes back into the storm, he tells the door that his brother Hades mentioned that the skinny twit sent a girl to the underworld recently. Skinny twit meaning Randy.
So he's running around murdering people.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
So the door, again, very confused by the whole ordeal, and the fact that he might have the fact that he is a father, and he may be more than just a door, but was he really a god? No, I decided gods did not have to suffer the indignities of Miss Scrimshaw's chihuahua lifting a leg on them. I was something lesser then, but still more than human. The larger question was, how could I use this new revelation to keep Tana safe? And now the door is trying to get into Tana's dreams, but it's kind of having a hard time, and that's where we leave off.
Okay.
But guess what? Next chapter, guess where he is?
In the dreams.
He's in our dreams.
So he struggled to do it, and then it just goes to the next chapter, and then he's doing it.
Yeah.
So we didn't figure out what changed or what allowed him to do it.
Nope.
Fuck that. Okay. Is this a thing that was released episodically, kind of like Get in My Swamp?
No.
Okay.
I don't think
That's
so.
the only reason that would make sense. Not that that would make sense, but it would make sense that it would just suddenly be the case that he could get in the dreams.
And it didn't really show his other attempts, did it? It just the door's other attempts. He just is in the dream one day. Mm-hmm. Okay. So chapter 5.
Okay, so the door now is so the door's body is now like transforming and doesn't really, he's like a human now. He doesn't really know what to do with his new body. Quote, no sooner had I given up that I found myself in a strange open space without form or borders and the unfamiliar body of a man. As I turned to get my bearings, I stumbled forward and backward as if I had no structure at all, like a broken sapling in high winds. How did humans keep themselves upright? With great effort, I managed to stay standing, mimicking the posture I observed in humans, albeit precariously. It was uncomfortable and it felt widely unstable compared to my hinges, but it worked. Besides, the unique novelty of hands, feet, clothing, and shoes far outweigh the floppy disorientation of my now human spine. So, man's having a hard time. So this dream, it's kind of silly. It's like Tana's the only one naked in a classroom full of people, and she only has like a thin sheet of paper covering her body.
No, it makes sense because
Like when your anxiety dreams.
Yeah, I have dreams all the time about being naked in public.
Really?
So that's the experience she's having, and he's entering that dream. That makes sense.
Or like being late to class.
You've never had a dream like that?
No.
Like 7 out of 10 times my dreams are A, showing up to a class that I haven't been attending, and I forgot that I needed to attend, and there's like a bunch of new material, and I'm like, how many absent days do we get in a semester? Oh, fuck, I've been gone for 3 months. Or there's a test and I haven't studied for it, or
You can't find the
I've showed up
classroom.
naked
Yeah, that-
to work or school or whatever. That's like a common one for me.
Really? No, I mean the anxiety ones I definitely have. Like I forgot this to do this assignment, but the naked one I've never.
You haven't had the naked one before?
Actually,
Yeah, it's
I don't
not
think
fun.
I have.
But what's funny about it is you kind of like keep going about your day and you're like, yeah, cool, bro. And you're like hiding behind there's like a bottle on the table. So you're like positioning yourself in such a way that no one can tell that you're naked because somehow in the dream logic,
I don't think I've
you're
actually.
able to like hide it.
Yeah,
by
you're
position
able-
yourself behind objects and silly stuff like that. Yeah. So this, I mean, I kind
This
of,
dream makes sense.
it makes sense to me, the dream. Yeah.
Yeah. Because I've had anxiety dreams, but I don't think I've had because I've read about people that have like the idea of being naked in public, but I've never actually had that one either, I don't think.
Also, teeth falling out. That is a fucking common one for sure.
I've read about that.
You ever had that one?
No.
Because I'll be like messing with my teeth and they'll be like moving around. I'm
I've
like,
read
fuck,
a
I'm
lot
about
of
to
people
lose
have
all my
had that
teeth.
one.
This sucks. And you wake up and you like touch it and it's like, damn, it's solid as a rock. Because when you're younger, your teeth would get like, you could move them when
Yeah.
you're losing your first
I love that
teeth.
sensation of and you can put your tongue underneath
It's
it.
that feeling you dream about having that feeling with your adult teeth. Yeah.
But she's
fucking
naked in her
wild.
dream.
Hell
So,
yeah, dude.
as the doorman, I'm calling him the doorman. That's what I've coined him. Okay, so as the doorman was moving towards her, he notices that he is dressed identically as the hero from a movie that Tana had just recently watched. So he has like this flannel on. So he goes and rushes over to her and puts the flannel over her shoulders and tries to kneel down and button it up for her. But he's finding a hard time with the balance on his knees because, he's
He's
never
not
had knees
good
before.
at being a human. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like this. This story's winning me over.
And he's loving touching her and these hands that he now has. I mean, he's taking full advantage. Tana looks at his
I have a
face.
question. Would you even be attracted to a human body if you were like a straight up tree person?
I guess if he has human blood in him.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, he's half dryad.
Because I guess the idea is he was like turned into or whatever the fuck a dryad is, but look it up.
Yeah.
Nature god or something.
Yeah.
Okay, keep going.
Okay, so Tana looks at his face and it's like, I have definitely seen you before, which is kind of stupid. He's like, why? She's like, why do you look so familiar?
Because she's seen his countenance in the door.
Just felt his presence.
And then he tells her, or he says, I threw caution to the wind, clasping her soft hand against my cheek and turning my head to kiss her palm. I have no name but yours, Tana. I am your faithful guardian and protector. Nothing more, nothing less. I am your door and I love you. I feel like if I heard that, I'd be like, ooh.
Yeah, you'd
I
run
like
away
that.
screaming.
I don't like that.
It would even be like 10 years into the relationship, you'd still run away screaming if someone said that to you.
I am your
We're never saying we love each other, okay? It creeps me out.
Okay, so Tana is now convinced that, because she said that the popsicles she ate before she went to bed is what's making her have these wild dreams.
This is funny because Jules talks about.
I
the other
know.
night I was making fun of Jules. She was like, "Yeah, sometimes I have snacks,
and it
and
affects
it makes
my
me
dream.
have crazy dreams." I'm like, "What?"
Eating sugar
Like she
before
ate
bed.
like a Pillsbury Easy Bake cookie,
Yeah, like
and suddenly had like psychedelic dreams as a result.
there's, like,
and
a
this is
thing.
referencing that concept. That's so interesting.
it's a science. I've actually read about it, and drinking caffeine too later in the night can give you vivid dreams, or it affects certain people. But-
Okay, that's so.
So I felt heard when I read that part.
Yeah, this story's like killing it right now. And Ashley just doesn't get it.
Okay, so the doorman is really like trying to reassure her and try to like urge her like this is real, like you are in danger and I need your favor. And he says, the man that offered me this, I pointed back and forth between us, said that we must be together. In the way you are with your shivering blue stick.
Oh, like a
Shivering
sex
blue
toy.
stick.
Yeah.
Got it. I
like
got
a
it.
fish out of
I'm
water. What's that
keeping up with all
shivering
this.
blue
Okay, I understand.
And Tana's mad. She's like, how do you know about my blue stick?
You creep.
And now, like, of course, the door has seen it because, he
But
sees
how would he actually see it? Is
Because
she
she
run
kept
around
her
in the
bedroom
hallway
open.
and,
She
What?
kept her
He has
bedroom
a
door.
bedroom. Yeah.
so he could see down the way, down the hall into the bedroom?
Yes,
with her messing
there's
with
some
the stick.
geography
Got it.
there.
I don't know.
Okay.
Sometimes she leaves it open.
Okay, so basically the doorman's telling her, Randy, he's a murderer. He killed that girl and you're going to be next. And so I need you to do that with me so I can become a human to protect you.
Do what?
Because what?
Do what?
To protect her from Randy.
Become a human.
He needs to become a human.
How?
By having sex.
How does that do that?
That's what we're saying. That's what Zeus was telling him. Like, if you'll become human, you'll have a chance to be a man if like you convince her to have sex with you. That was
That's
So
the
it's
whole
just
thing.
a contrived thing.
yeah. That was the message that was
Okay.
delivered.
So this isn't actually like. Is there some mythology that says?
No.
This? Okay.
No, there's no way.
We read weird fiction that doesn't have things don't make sense. So.
Okay. So he tells her that, Randy one time came in with a special key, which is obviously the master key. He came inside and stole one of her pink underwear. So he's been inside before. And Tana's like, what? And she's very confused. It doesn't understand how she's going to how having sex with the door is even going to be possible.
Like you were saying before.
Yes. And I agree. I don't know how it will. Okay, chapter 6.
But it's about to explain it to us.
Yeah. So, chapter 6. There's definitely some tension between Tana and Doorman after her dream. My voice went weird. Tana still doesn't want to seem like all of that was real. She's still like in her head, like, oh my God, that was such a weird dream.
It would seem like a crazy dream.
Those
for sure.
popsicles.
So Tana's now going to the grocery store because it's grocery store day. So she kind of leaves, and then Randy can be heard telling one of the neighbors that he has to go and fix Tana's oven. Yeah, right. He's not fixing that oven. So Randy goes in with his special key inside the apartment. Quote, Randall's movements were jerky and tense as he slammed me close in his wake and rooted in his pockets, coming up with a dirty pill bottle clutched in his hand. He yanked open Tana's refrigerator with the same amount of unnecessary force he used on me, grabbing Tana's favorite expensive orange juice. As I watched in horror, Randall emptied the entire pill bottle into the juice, recapping it and giving it a vigorous shake before setting it back in the fridge. That slimy son of a bitch was poisoning Tana.
But this is where we were like, how would he know?
How would he know that was being being poisoned?
Because if he I guess if she's watching like crime.
Oh, maybe.
Did it mention that she was watching
So
crime stuff?
No,
within
not
the
really.
view of the entry door to an apartment, I can think of apartments I've been to, like shitty apartments I've been to of my friends over the years. There's no fucking way you can see the fucking refrigerator from
Kitchen.
there. Ever.
Every apartment's
And also
different.
the bedroom where she uses the big ding dong, electric ding dong.
Yeah, the geography's never explained until it needs to be like, I see.
Yeah, it's like, by the way, you can see everything from the door. So it just says that.
Maybe it's like a new modern apartment where everything's like
Open and like a big
Yeah.
loft.
a cool apartment.
Yeah. Okay, sorry.
Yeah. So Doorman feels very helpless in this moment, and he just feels he wants to vibrate with rage in his frame.
But why does he do it? I don't know.
Yeah, why not do it? Okay, so before Randy leaves, he slips another one of Tana's underwear. This one's a purple one.
Yeah, he's got a whole collection now.
Right, but Tana comes back, and Randall bumps into her, whatever. So when Tana comes into the apartment, and might I add, very relieved to be away from him, she steps on something and realizes that it's her crumpled underwear.
So he dropped it.
Yeah, he dropped it.
Wow.
That idiot. That's like the one.
I know, it's so
So you go in there to get underwear and you like drop it and go, oh shit, I dropped it.
I know. And to poison her, I
I
guess.
would be like treasuring that underwear.
The one thing you were like, wouldn't you be like clutching it in your pocket?
Yeah, right.
Okay, so Tana is really shocked and freaked out by this, and she's like, oh my God, that's what the doorman in my dreams was telling me. Wait, is this actually real? And so
Wow.
Tana is like, all right, here we go. So she goes to the refrigerator, she grabs her bottle of wine, and she's drinking it. And I guess some of the wetness was kind of dripping from her hands and stuff, and the doorman was getting kind of stiffed as a board at the sight of it. After she was drinking her wine, and she's like now considering, okay, we're gonna do this. Now,
You know how you get when you drink wine, you get a little bit more.
right?
open
She's
to
like,
the
she's
ideas.
loosened, right? She said, but I mean, it can't hurt anything, right? I mean, women fuck cucumbers and bedposts and balloons and shit, and this isn't that weird, right? So she goes into like somewhere and she grabs a rag and some like a bottle of disinfectant spray.
She's smart. I think of all those hands that have touched that.
Okay, so Tana is now cleaning the door to get ready. Girl doesn't want to go to the ER, so she's gonna clean the doorknob. Oh God, I don't even know how to read this. Okay. Surprising me, she lurched forward and squeezed the trigger on the bottle, suddenly dousing my knob in a mist of cool, tingling liquid that made me groan inwardly with pleasure at the sensation. grabbing my round brass protrusion in a soft claw and a firm grip. She started polishing my knob with slow, smooth strokes that stirred something deep in my wood.
Okay, sorry. I walked away for like 1 second. Why is she cleaning the knob?
Because she doesn't want to get diseases from a dirty doorknob.
Yeah, she's just
So
preparing.
she's trying to
She
clean
just does this. Mm-hmm. But he's acting like this is the first time she's ever done it.
No.
No, because she's getting ready to have sex.
Oh, because she realizes everything's true
she
and
drank-
she now is
she
going to
drank
have sex.
wine.
So
She's
she's
like-
lubing it up.
Yes.
Got it.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
excited about this.
So her, all right. So Tana goes away for a little bit, and now she's nude, and she gets her items ready. So she's got the lube, she's got condom, and she's got her blue vibrator. She's ready. Now, Tana's gonna ask for consent first. I thought this was so funny. I'm gonna read this. I'm taking your cameo in my recurring nightmare as consent, but if I'm wrong, I don't know, like jiggle in your frame or something.
Give me a sign.
Okay, so Doorman's obviously very excited, and she goes to put on the condom. She says, "It's not that I think you're gonna knock me up with little trapdoors or something. It's that I only trust Lysol so much, and doorknobs are kind of germ magnets. No offense. Hopefully that doesn't fuck with the mojo, but I don't need to explain a UTI from this."
And this is where it's like, I was wondering how she was going to do it.
Oh my god, I know, right? Okay, here we go.
Here we go.
Okay, now she went over to grab a very oversized ottoman, like a rectangular. She grabs it from where the couch is, and so she shoves it against the base of the door. Okay, so Tana climbs on top of the large rectangular ottoman, stretching out on her back and bracing her bare feet against my back as she twisted the bottom of her vibrator. So she's kind of going to town with her vibrator. And now she's like, oh, wait, actually,
You're
I'm
kinda
kind of
cute.
into this. Yeah, wait, I'm kind of into this. I like it. I'm being kind of freaky right now. So after she gets aroused with her vibrator, she's now on all fours and she's ready to take on the doorknob.
But on top of a ottoman
Yeah.
So
to
she's
be
like
elevated.
with her butt facing at me.
Got it.
Yeah. Okay. Oh my God. Here we go. I'm going to read it. Okay. Digging her fingers into the edge of the ottoman for leverage, Tana held her breath, rocking back to slowly impale herself on her front door. Oh God, it's so big. I don't know if I can. She fumbled, patting under her for the still humming vibrator, resting on a shoulder to bring it up to her clit with a groan. Her body relaxed at the additional sensation, knee shifting to press her fully onto my knob, giving a startled gasp as it popped fully into her. Oh, holy shit, that's weird. Big too, nice, but okay. Oh God, yes, yes. Her hips tilted at just the right angle, sending the rounded edge of my thick knob bumping up against something sensitive inside her. She gushed around with me with a keening cry, tightening and fluttering in a hard orgasm that left lube and arousal coursing down her thighs.
And rivulets.
Oh, sorry, I forgot to add that.
Oh, that was a good word. And you left that out?
Sorry, I don't know. So yeah, that was a lot.
You did good. Okay.
Okay.
I hate the word popped there.
I know, I
don't
hated
that,
the pop.
Disturbed me. It actually felt painful reading this. It wasn't.
Oh, I know. It wasn't sexy though. I was
No.
like, ew.
No.
Not ew, but I was
Yeah.
just like, ouch. You know?
Literally.
Okay, so after it's done, Tana is proud of herself for doing something so kinky. She says, halfway to the small room with the shower, she spun around and made her way back to me, pressing a kiss below my peephole. Sorry, don't mean to bang and run. Hope that was good for you too. Now I need a shower. She laughed loudly at herself, patting my frame and heading back down the hallway. So chapter 8. Doorman's kind of pissed about that. She was like, I felt like that was a real connection. It wasn't some kind of joke.
And she treated it like a joke.
Yeah. So he's mad. But then suddenly he notices that something is happening to him.
What do you
guess?
think's happening?
He's becoming human.
Yes.
Oh boy, is the penis the first thing that emerges from the door?
No.
That'd be funny though if
Wait.
it was. It was starting there.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll read you the part of the whole thing. Okay.
Okay.
Pressure eased away from the edges of my perception as my field of vision sank without conscious thought. All matter of sensations I'd easily ignored before demanded my attention at once. Light that stung my eyes, the wisp of breeze at my back, an odd feeling of being too cold. I drew myself up, immediately recognizing the strange, unsteady support from my shared dream with Tana. A glance down confirmed it. Human hands turned back and forth under my curious new eyes. I widened my fingers in wonder and wiggled bare toes on the carpet below, raising a brow at the fleshy, though still very thick tube of flesh that replaced my knob. A cough of
big
alarm.
tube.
I hate that.
You got a big ass tube down there.
A cough of alarm
I don't
and
like
rapid
that either. Flesh
scuttling
tube.
behind caused me to glance over my now human shoulder. So he's a human now.
Officially, not just a dream
So
world.
does he just walk out of the frame?
Yeah, so now there's like an empty
there's no
space.
I was about to say,
Door.
so there's no door anymore.
Yeah.
That's immediately where my mind. I was like, is she?
And it's just like the AC's bills, the electric bills going through the fucking roof.
That's what you first.
Yes.
Yeah, I wonder what the season was and stuff.
Oh, I know,
what the
right?
fuck?
It was
Missed
kind of like a
opportunity
movie
for
because
sure.
when the transformation happens, it's funny that like right at that moment there's a person passing by. It's like a
Oh yeah,
comedy
and they get
movie.
horrified. Like,
Like an old woman with her chihuahua. Or
It's
something.
a he's naked though, right?
Yeah,
he's naked. So Tana's now frantic, and she's like, "Oh my god, wait, what?" And she's holding like a spatula and whatever to try and like I guess intimidate him because she doesn't know who this person is. And then he's like, "Oh no, it's me. Remember, it's me, Tana." And then she looks down and sees that the condom is still on.
And that's
She
all the
left
proof
it
she
there?
needs.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
that
that's
was
how she
only left
I mean,
so
and
that
the
she could
door
use
is
it as an
gone.
identifier later.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
That's good writing right there.
Is it good?
Okay, so
No details on him.
this whole situation is crazy. So she's like, I need to get some mimosas stat. But remember, it's poison, the juice. And so the doorman
Of
remembers
course.
that. And he rushes over to her to slap it out of her hand. Like, no, don't do that.
But she takes this as an aggressive action.
Yeah, she's like,
She
"Why
gets
the
mad
fuck
at
are
him.
you
This is like a
doing that?"
romantic comedy.
I know.
It feels like that. All these beats. I'm like, this.
All these little contrived moments that make them like annoyed at each other or mad at each other.
I
and
was
stuff.
like, I seeing it as a movie.
Yeah, so he tells her about Randy, about how he poisoned her juice. And she's like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that fucker did that. I want to kill him now. And so, yeah, she's ready to murder him. And but this is where our doorman comes in to be that protecting person. He's like, "You're safe now, Tana. He can't hurt you while I'm here." I hesitantly ran a palm down Tana's back in what I hoped was a soothing motion. She sniffled against my skin, standing on tiptoe to look over my shoulder. "But if you're here, what am I going to do about my door?"
End chapter.
It followed her gaze to the brightly lit rectangle where I'd previously spent my entire existence. Raising a brow, I nodded at the empty space. "Well, is there a place where people buy doors?"
Okay, my question: if this is like his entire existence, wouldn't he know like what a factory was like, and like does he have any conscience of like where he was created and where he was transported?
No. I mean, because that would allow too many questions to be asked about
You're
this
right, you're right.
whole backstory of this that makes no sense at all.
This needed to be a 200-page novel if you wanted to get.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Are you liking it, Jacob?
Yeah, it's actually not that bad.
oh my god.
You guys like this? Oh, wait. Let's wait to the end.
Yes.
to
Yeah,
I gotta
reveal
wait
our
if it goes
feelings about
beyond.
it.
Okay, so Tana and
twist.
Doorman are now ordering a door online.
I love you call him doorman. They DoorDash a door.
This is before he has a
I actually think this is funny that they're ordering a door.
I know, right?
To
Wasn't
replace
Wasn't it like
him.
DoorDash door?
yeah, I guess so. But
Oh, is
Doorman
it like a joke, like a pun?
No,
like
I just
door?
made that up. But they like order it so it comes to them. But I thought that I was thinking when I was reading it, she should have made a pun.
that would have been
That's
funny.
funny. Good
Okay,
job,
so
Jules.
Doorman wanted a door, but that he wanted the door to be different from him, because he's jealous and doesn't
Yeah.
want it to be exactly like.
He doesn't want to come home to see her having sex with a different
Yeah.
door with a longer handle or thicker one or whatever
But also
with a
because
curve on the end.
they wanted a different door so it couldn't be breached by Randall's special key.
Got it.
So now they're gonna watch a movie while they wait for the door, and he just like does not what to do. He doesn't know what to do as a
They
human.
could just go to like Lowe's and get a fucking door.
Did they put a sheet up or
Why did they
anything?
order?
Yeah, they
a
do.
door?
They do at some point. Yeah. So when they're on the couch like cuddling, they decided on the name Dries for him. Right? Dries.
DRYS. Yeah.
Dries.
Okay.
It's supposed to be similar to that actor she loves, Idris.
Idris Elba. Yeah.
I thought
You sure it's not supposed to be Dries? Because
Idris.
my nephew Logan's middle name is Reese,
And
and
it's
they
spelled
spell it that way.
Is it
Oh,
Dries?
it's Dries. That's prettier.
Okay, so this is like a sweet moment when they're on the couch. when they're cuddling. He's like, I gave into an impulse to stroke Tana's hair soothingly again, and I found I liked it so much I kept doing it. Soon, she was relaxed into a deep sleep against me, and I took the rare opportunity to watch her doze up close. She was the most beautiful human I'd ever seen, and if I'd been in love with her before. I was entirely smitten now. I was admiring the way her delicate eyelashes curled against her cheek. Isn't that cute?
That's cute.
It's cute if you're a female writer writing this. Could you imagine a guy writing this?
There's
like
a scene later.
there's a character yeah, I write a female character that's looking at the male character going, he's the most beautiful thing. I just stroked his hair. Could you imagine the flip of this? It's really fucking weird.
So, she is, okay, so right now, as they're waiting, okay, so the delivery man comes. And during this, the doorman is now like kind of reminiscing about their sexual encounter. And he's like surprised by his new cock that's like jumped in.
The tube.
Yeah, the tube. I guess it's like jumping. And he's like, what the hell? What's happening? Okay, chapter 10. Doorman is now installing the new door. When Tana wakes up, she sees that she got a text from Randy, and she's disgusted. The text says, she literally put him as creep in her phone.
This part.
And the message said, hey, honey, Miss Scrimshaw says you got a big package delivered. Do you need help getting it inside? I'm good with delivering big packages with a winky face.
And he did
I feel like Randy's just trying to fucking help out.
He did all the typos that we would be so cringy if, like, me and Ash like hate when.
So she
when guys
nailed
text
that
like
whole
that.
vibe.
Yeah, look, it's right there. Do you see it?
This is Ash's biggest like turn off when people text like this or pet peeve.
Terrible.
Yeah, that's actually funny. Okay.
Okay, so the doorman now really wants to kill him, and so does she. Okay, so she wants to. I guess he's talking about wanting to call the cops because he's seen that in like the movies that she watches or whatever. And she's like, no, I don't want to call the cops because to be honest, his presence is very suspicious, and he definitely doesn't have an ID on him. So she's trying to like protect him. Okay, chapter 11.
Don't they go like clothes shopping?
Yeah, this is it.
Oh,
so they go to the store to get some new clothes because he has nothing. And the doorman. I guess I won't call him doorman anymore. His name is Dries.
He's a man now. He transformed.
Okay, fine, Dries. At the store, Dries kisses her there, but realizes he never really got her consent to do so.
He's a caring man.
I know. He said, "Want?" Because he's like, "Oh, I didn't know if you wanted to do that." And she's like, "What?" Tana tilted her head, eyes dancing with amusement. Dries, I think you're allowed to steal a kiss, sweetheart. I kind of buried your nom in my pussy like a few hours ago.
I know, I was waiting for that.
He also wants to get ice cream for her because he knows that her period's coming soon.
Aww. That was so so cute.
That was kind of cute. And Tana was obviously very horny about it. She's like, oh my God.
I guess he's seen like everything. He's seen like he knows everything in this apartment. He was able to see like, oh, and I guess he knows like he's smart enough to associate those two. Even though I thought it'd be funny if he's like still like in his human form, he was still like learning how to speak and stuff. Like a fish out of water complete. Like he had to like learn language. Like he was like Tarzan. But anyway. Oh, and we're getting to the big scene. So
okay, yeah, we're really close.
Ash, you're doing really good at the synopsis, by the way.
Okay, so now they're coming back from the store, and he's going inside her bedroom to clean because this was the one spot he couldn't see Randy when he came into the room.
Oh, because I hear Randy knocking, right?
Yeah, because he saw Randy poison her with the juice, but he didn't but then remember when Randy went to get the underwear, but he didn't see that part.
So
okay, so there is some stuff he's not seeing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Got it.
So there was like, okay, just to, make sure he didn't tamper with anything or, I don't know, whatever. He's going to clean off, some of the stuff in her bedroom. Very sweet moment. And then she says, Tana studied me for a long moment, her eyes soft. Thank you, Dries. You've done so much already. You're a very good door. I hope you know that. Something about being called a good door made my human legs feel weak and shaky. I nodded before into the bedroom, grateful my new jeans and boxer briefs were better at concealing my arousal than the sweatpants that she had given me earlier. So, oh my God, this is going to be really hard for me. Okay. This part is really wild.
You're a good door.
It's more wild than the other stuff that we've read.
It's just like unexpected.
Yeah.
All this time I think we've read so much like
Not that we've read, but you guys
erotica.
have read that I haven't read and you tell me about.
Like women dominating.
yeah, we got a little dominatrix here. And
Yeah. Okay, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Tana is
he's
now
kind of like the virgin. Like he reminds me of
Yes.
the innocent virgin, and she's
like the dinosaur from Triceratops.
yeah,
and
it's kind of
Bottoms.
similar to that. And she's like introducing
Okay,
him.
again, if we flip the roles here, would this be creepy?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it would.
definitely.
good.
100%. Okay, so Tana's now teasing him sexually as she saw the look on his face when she called him a good boy. I guess he was like, I guess he had like a face when she called him that. So now Tana is kind of wrapping herself like behind him.
Yeah, it's from behind, like a behind hug.
Yeah, it's almost like
doing
you're
reach
doing a
around.
behind hug. And so her hands are kind of going dangerously close to where his penis is.
Dangerously.
Yeah. She tells him
dangerous.
that she likes when big, strong men who do as they're told. And the doorman penis is now uncontrollable. And like he's having a difficult time because with the doorknob, I mean, it was just a doorknob. He didn't have to like
But this
you know,
is his
worry
first
about
time,
it.
yeah.
Yeah, but now it's a penis and it's going up and down, and he's like, "What? What's happening?" So Tana has now unbuttoned his pants again, still from behind, and she's gonna give him a hand job he will never forget.
This sounds like a reach around.
It is. It
Yeah.
is.
You're gonna
We'll
also
show you.
Show
Hold
the
you're
on.
gonna fuck
photo.
him in the ass too.
No.
Oh, okay. That's what a
no.
reach
It's
around
not
is
that
when
crazy.
you're okay.
Oh no, it's actually kind of tame. Like on it.
Oh, okay.
Okay, here we go. My breath caught, body bowing further forward as she gave me a slow, deliberate stroke that sent electric pleasure dancing over my skin. Oh, Tana, that feels so good. Please, can I please have more? I shivered as she pressed a soft kiss against my back and stroked me again, making me rise up on the balls of my feet to chase the sensation with a groan.
I feel like
My-
you're more sensitive about reading this than you have about the dinosaur ding dongs and stuff, and people like eating doo doo and vomit and stuff.
It is. I don't like it. Okay. My big, strong door. You did such a good job protecting me, saving me, making me feel so amazing. My hips had started to lightly thrust into her hand, and she adjusted her grip seamlessly and moving blissfully faster now as she murmured praise to me. Now, I need you to do something for me. Can you be a good boy and come for me? I lifted my head, blinking away the haze of pleasure, panic setting in as I stared at the wall in front of me. Of course I will. Anything you ask, but I don't know how. Her body quivered where it was her pressed against my back, and I got the impression she was trying not to laugh. Oh, Dries, I can't even take how cute you are. Does this feel good? And so he's very confused. He's like, what has come me? What am I supposed to be doing? What's supposed to happen? And so then now the doorman, he's having his orgasm, and he's overwhelmed by the pleasure, and he's like, what the hell was that? And she said, that was a hand job, Dries. And I'm not sure I've ever seen a man completely reboot his hard drive over it like that. You okay, baby? I worried I'd broken you for a second there. So now she's like forcing him to rest and wants him to wait for a while.
For next time.
For next time. So I didn't even mention this. So during that whole like hand job ordeal, she literally like at one point before he orgasmed, she took his hair and literally like pressed his head down onto, because he's like
On leaning over like
was,
a
like,
desk
leaning
or
over the
table or something.
dresser, and he's
Yeah.
like she's like literally pushing his head down.
Right. What's wrong with that?
It was just interesting.
I forgot about that detail and you brought it up until you brought it up again, but I didn't mind that scene.
It was interesting. Okay, so now they're kind of having this like cute little moment, you know, as they're like kind of laying there, and then they hear a ferocious knock at the door, and it startles them both.
Hold on.
Okay, Randall has now busted his way in, but he has a very drunken appearance. He's like all like slurring. He's like, "Did you call me? Did you make up those fucking lies about me? They're probably tossing my place right now, you bitch. I hung up on them, and now they're looking for me." Randy reveals that the first girl didn't understand that he was a good guy and was made, you know, and she's like really upset that she chose another guy over him. So that's the thing that we didn't know. That girl that he lured in the woods, like that was someone he was trying to pursue.
Yeah.
But she
that's
rejected
when
him.
took action
Yeah.
is when she rejected him, which is what's happening with the current person because she's into door guy. Mm-hmm. Okay, I don't need to hear anymore. Can we just end it here?
No. Okay, they both looked at Tana, and Dries looks at him, and they notice that he has a gun.
There, that's
Okay, so Dries ran over to him and slammed him against the door.
Hell yeah.
And now they're gonna have a showdown. Tana
Fuck yeah.
is over on the couch being like, "Stop it! Don't do that."
No, she should be like, kick his ass.
I know.
I guess she's kind of like that.
Oh, okay.
Can you get him? Because she was about to want it.
So the door guy and Randy
Yeah,
are fucking fighting now.
they're about to have a fight. Okay,
Sick.
Here we go.
He probably wouldn't be a good fighter if he's still getting.
Why am I imagining door guy with his ding dong hanging out?
I am too. I keep imagining him naked still.
I
Is he
know.
not?
He is. No.
No, he's not. He's clothes on. So, no, I punched him as hard as I could. The angle awkward, but we were grappling so closely. Randall's pupils were wide and dilated, and he was
Yeah.
clearly under the influence of something, which
Yeah.
made him unexpectedly strong as
Yep.
he shoved me back again. Tana smashed a vase against the back of his head with a dull thud, but it failed to take him down, even as blood stained the edge of the half-broken vase and the back of Tana's couch.
Wow. I feel
Now-
like this might get homoerotic, like their ding dongs might touch Randy and the door guy.
No.
Why am I imagining that? So this is just a pure villain. I'm not supposed to feel any sympathy.
No.
for him.
No,
He's killing
not at
people
all.
and stuff. Okay.
Okay, so
Got it.
now what's happening is something happened. It's like this weird, like surreal thing that's happening to him right now. There was a bright flash and a searing pain, and then there was blood on me too. A cold sensation took over my limbs, a heaviness that made it impossible to move, to pick up my foot and travel forward to put myself between Randy, and Tana. Do you guess what's happening?
He got shot.
He's getting. Wait, say it again. I have no fucking idea, but I want to guess, so I want you to read it back one more time.
Oh.
Okay.
Wait. He's. You'll
Turn it back into a door.
Yes, that's what happened.
Okay.
But it's because he got shot, right?
Yeah, he got shot.
Yeah.
So I grew
So
taller.
why would that make him turn into a door?
We don't know the rules of this world.
Okay.
No idea. It doesn't really say. I grew taller, a woozy Randy turning unfocused and confused eyes up to me. My floppy human spine stiffened as I fell into him, ramming his head between the edge of the couch frame and a sharp broken piece of the vase with a sickening thud. I was so tired.
Back to door.
Damn, this is getting dramatic as fuck. What's gonna happen, dude?
Okay, ready? So his consciousness is starting to kind of come back to him, but he notices that there's a bullet hole that went through him, but he's still like a door. So as he
But he's still like a door.
well, yeah, he notices he's a door now. And so he looks around and he sees police everywhere, Tana's crying, and Randy's body is like surrounded by blood. But then he's also in this weird state of like a surreal state or wherever. So now he starts to kind of hear Tana's voice kind of calling to him.
Is this the same thing where he was able to enter her dream? Is that same state? Is that kind of what the
No,
implication
I think it's
is?
like a dying state. It's just like
Yeah.
So he dies at the end of this?
no.
No.
No, but I think it's like just like that.
Does he end up at the door again?
It's just like in those sequences where somebody's like losing sense of reality, like or like in the Harry Potter when they go to like that white space. That's what I imagine. Like they're like near death because he got
Got it.
shot. He got injured.
She says, Dries, I don't know if you can hear me. I'm not even sure you weren't a fever dream, but I can't let you go. I made them bring you back to me after their investigation, after Randy was charged for the death of that poor girl. So Tana was able to convince the police to give her the door. It's fucking ridiculous. So as she's recounting the story of how she got him back, she's like putting like a condom over the knob.
So she's about to.
I need my man
She's
back.
about to.
Yeah, she's about to get her man back.
Let's go. If I have sex, he'll come back
She
again.
still used protection.
So as long as he, I like that I'm peeking out the audio. So basically, he can just like he's invincible because he just turns back into a door and you're like, okay, let me fuck him again, and then he'll come be a person, like a person again.
What happens and how she's able to get this idea in the first place. This beautiful Greek woman, which is obviously
Hera.
she reached down and she pulled me out of the leaves and told me it was going to be all right. We walked right out of the nightmare and she listened to me talk about you, said some disparaging things about her husband being an idiot, and told me how I could get you back. Tana's now ready to do what she knows she has to do. Doorman is excited and she begins to mount him.
Oh, man, it's kind of a like. Was there a big sex scene there?
Yeah, I'll say. She let out a little cry of alarm as my body bowed and grew beneath her, my wide, short knob lengthening into something between my
Oh wait,
torso.
does he become human while he's
Yeah.
inside her?
I
Yeah.
would
Okay.
feel really interesting.
between my door self and human self deep inside her, causing both of us to groan. She threw her arms around my neck as her thighs slid to either side of my naked human lap. Dries, it's you. It worked. Thank you, Hera. All right, do you want to hear this sex scene?
Yes.
Okay, so Tana's now riding him, and he's grateful for the condom to give him more control.
What?
I guess for like not coming too early.
Okay.
Okay, so her hand found my hair again as I drove into her, panting with need. I know you can do it for me, Dries, baby. I know you can fill that condom up and show me how much you missed me. Go on, lover, fuck me hard. Take me what you want. Take what you need. Come for me now. Her tone as she instructed me, half control and command, and half just shy of teasing, sent me over the edge so fast I was almost embarrassed. I cried out for her, chanting her name, mindlessly trying to root myself even deeper as I pulsed and twitched and shuddered, completely undone. I gently rested my forehead on hers as I gasped for air, my heart hammering with pleasant exhaustion.
So he kind of took the lead on that one. It's like
He did.
Yeah.
He was ready. So after that whole whatever, she's like, "Oh my God, baby, we're gonna go to dinner because you come back now." And so after that, he notices that there's a box, and in the box, it's from Dad, Zeus.
And he's provided human ID.
so stupid.
Yeah, a human ID, and it has his new name, Dries Locke, and he's 32 years old, and he's a legal immigrant from Greece.
Okay.
Yes. And so now, I forgot what it was. Is it like every month?
Every month he turns back into a door.
And
It's got like a period. But
Yeah, so she has to go
every
and
full
mount
moon.
him.
Every
full moon, that's what
Yeah.
it is. So she has to have sex with him.
So she's not completely gone away with the knob. She still has to bring it back.
Okay.
So I'll read you the last line. The gods have spoken. I have a beautiful girl to take to dinner. I smiled as she turned her face up to me again, wordlessly demanding another kiss. I really liked it when she bossed me around. The end.
That's the final line?
Yeah.
I don't like this story.
You
Okay, it's actually not that bad. I'm
not
talking
bad.
shit. I'm talking shit. It's actually seems like it's pretty overall well put together and clean. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like a complete package.
Yeah, and there's
Some of
no-
these feel like aimless and meandering.
Yeah, I feel like it's actually kind of pretty tight. Like she had her.
Yeah,
like,
that's what I'm
the
trying to
plot
say, I think.
Movements. It
Yeah.
wasn't like completely throwing us something like Bitch in the Box did.
Yeah.
Um,
And it's like sort of meta in its own ridiculousness.
Yes,
It sort of
right.
like comments on
and
it
it felt like a
throughout.
rom com. Now that we talked about it, it did
Yeah,
feel like a
it
romance,
does.
like him being naked and like going like, oh, like I don't know, just imagine
Yeah.
her. I thought it was interesting that like she was in control and she was.
I know, right? It's so interesting because some of these we weren't getting that, So it's
Yeah.
just kind of interesting.
I guess Triceratops and Bottoms teased that, like,
A little bit, but still.
but
I feel
not
like they've
mu-
all been like
not
this. I don't
much
know what you guys are
sex.
talking about.
not much. Well, the Shrek one. Oh wait, you're right because in the Shrek one,
It's
he
always
hadn't-
the women in
he
control.
hadn't
I feel like
had
these are very politically correct erotica.
Yeah, because in the Shrek one, he hadn't had sex.
It's like
That
women
was-
sort of like
Oh.
retaking control over these sexual dynamics.
Woo! We love.
Every one of these.
I forgot about the.
I guess you're right.
But this
I didn't
one
really think
wasn't
about
super.
that.
as
That's why
much-
I'm kind of like rolling my eyes at all this
But
stuff.
I was thinking like this one wasn't as much like or like focused on like her or like it was
Yeah.
more like focused on.
It's like a
his
female
orgasm.
gaze situation.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it was fun. I read it in one sitting.
Yeah.
I'm about to
It's an
pee my
easy
pants,
read.
dude. So I'm gonna go do that.
Okay.
I'm not pee my pants, but go to the
Do you
bathroom.
wanna? Do you think it goes beyond the bottom shelf?
I never answer that question. You guys do.
All right.
Okay.
But I think it seems better than some of the bullshit ass fucking erotica that you guys
You seem to have a
read
positive
to me.
perception.
Yeah, no, I actually
yeah.
like some of the details. I
Yeah.
thought some of it was cute and funny.
Good.
Actually, I was going to say, I didn't mind this book at all. I had a good time. I was laughing. Some of these like puns, these sexual puns with like the door of like, my hinges or my knob. Like it made me genuinely laugh. I thought it was funny.
Yeah, I think this was a good length too. Like the Shrek one, I was like, if it was going on and the same things. but-
Yes. I was going to say that too. I liked how towards the end with Randy,
This one's more focused.
Yes, she could have went on and on about it, but it was, straight to the point, and then we quickly went to the end, and I appreciated that.
I wonder if her technical writing background makes her like get like
Maybe so.
because she has like a concision.
Yeah, it's all about
being concise and being
yeah.
straight to the
Did
point.
you say concision? Is that a word?
No, concise.
Okay. And maybe it is.
Oh,
I
maybe,
don't know.
concision. I'll look that up later.
Okay.
But I don't think it goes beyond the bottom shelf because it's nothing too crazy. It's like it's fun though. I would like actually like I think I could see like the hype because it does have like a lot of reviews but like not beyond the bottom shelf. I feel like if it was
you guys have like an A. I mean, it's like an A or a B rating, or it's like not an A or a B, but a black or a white thing where it's like beyond the bottom shelf or not. This is somewhere in the middle, right?
yeah.
That's what I was going
It
to say.
almost needs to be a third tier.
I feel like, okay, maybe, obviously it's not like crazy, but I feel like it's still pretty solid. Like,
Yeah.
it's not that terrible.
Gotta figure out a way to describe the solid stuff.
It's
that's
up
in the
there with
middle.
Bitch in the Box to me. It's kind of like
But
not.
you said that was beyond the bottom
Oh,
shelf.
it was.
It was.
Well, okay, then it's like below.
Just below it.
yeah.
Yeah, because
We
I feel like it needed to have some crazier sex scenes or something, or crazier description.
More sex scenes probably could have helped it.
Yeah, but it was a fun read. So we're gonna create a word for what this is called. This in between.
Yeah, we'll think about it.
Yeah.
between.
Next episode, we'll have the ranking system more fleshed out.
Ash, what are we reading next?
We're going to read, okay, so I'm kind of excited, but Jules and Jacob has been teasing this guy. What's his name?
Ralph Robert Moore.
Ralph Robert Moore. And
It's gonna be weird as fuck because I'm gonna have to like try to explain a little bit about Ralph and what I like about him and stuff. So I might have to talk more, and I don't like
You
that.
gotta bring your notes, Jacob.
But yeah,
But yeah,
look forward to it. Okay, bye.
see you guys next time.
See ya.
Thanks for listening.